Welcome to the third-party news for Retro Robot Radio for the date of May 17th, 2014. Arc Studio have shown some updated prototype images of their smokescreen-inspired figure, now called Spectre. This figure is about the size of a Legends-class toy and turns from robot to car. Dr. Wu have shown off their set of accessories meant for Masterpiece-class toys. These accessories are inspired by tools and items used by Ratchet and Wheeljack in the animated series, shown here being used by Masterpiece Smokescreen. Get Right Robot has shown images of several of their upcoming products recently. First off is their line of Cybertronian Minibot figures. New to this line are Bugsy, Rune, and Fold, who seem to be based on Waspinator, Glyph, and Tapout. All are original molds that transform from robot to Cybertronian cars. And also their not convention exclusive Captain Wheeljack Sparrow, which is a heavily converted Beast Hunters Wheeljack done up as Captain Jack Sparrow. Concept Art Toys have expanded their KAT-01 line to include a second custom version of the figure. The first one, as you probably remember from our last episode, was based on Beast Machine's Strika. They'll also be doing a version of the toy that's based on the Wreckers character Impactor. This figure is called Collidor and will be based on the Universe Ultra Onslaught mold, but with a new head and weapons added. If you are interested in either the KAT-01S or Collidor figures, I encourage you to go to the Possible website that is fundraising for these figures and get in on the crowdsourcing while it's still going on. There'll be a link to their site in the show notes. Keys Fantasy Club have released final images of their Surgeon figure, who is a remold and recolor of their Micro Robo mold, and is intended to be a classics version of the movie Decepticon Scalpel. Keith's Fantasy Club have also shown off the second release of Citizen Stack, which will have slightly altered colors from the original toy. These colors are basically small changes in the trailer to make it more accurate to the Generation 1 toy. Mega Steel have shown off another prototype image for an upcoming figure. This is called the MS-01 and is based on the Stormbringer Megatron design, transforming from robot to Cybertronian tank. You also notice that it's very similar looking to the Titanium Fallen figure, who was based on Stormbringer Megatron. This figure is about Voyager sized and features a lot of molded detail. Planet X have shown off a teaser image of their upcoming Fall of Cybertron Sludge inspired figure. This figure will be about the same size as Fall of Cybertron Generations Grimlock, a Voyager figure, and will turn from robot to robot dinosaur. Personally, I'm waiting to get the Paddles variant. Newcomer Printoys have shown off renders and 3D printed models of their upcoming smallest Transformers size reflector figure. This figure will feature 3 robots that combine into a camera, very similar to the Generation 1 reflector toy, and are sized to go alongside other smallest Transformer figures. Reprolabels have announced this month's set of new labels for transforming figures. The majority of their releases this month are for third-party Transformer figures. Included in this release are labels for Mastermind Creations Leodux, Mastermind Creations Terminus Hexatron, Unique Toys Maniaking, Keith's Fantasy Club Citizen Stack, TFC Toys Wings of Uranus, and Just a Toys Ground and Air Commander figure. A new company called Shapeshift Inc. have shown off a pair of new figures. Both of these are Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron inspired designs, and are in the Legends to Legends Commander size class. The first is Sky Snake, inspired by Starscream, and the second is a figure inspired by Ironhide. I would imagine if these figures are successful, they both will inspire numerous repaints. TFC Toys have shown off the finished product images of two upcoming combiner limbs. The first is for their Prometheus combiner. He is the groove-inspired leg called Warning Line. And the second is for their Ares combiner, the Tantrum-inspired leg called Atheon. Toyworld have shown off the images of a second release of their Hegemon figure. This release has a slightly different paint job from the original and will come with altered accessories. Sadly, it won't come with the silencer or the stock from the original figure, but it will feature a lower price. A new company called Xplayer have shown off a silhouette, which many fans have said looks like Generation 1 Piranacon. We'll give you more information as it becomes available. X-Transbots have shown off another test shot of their Wheelie-inspired Ollie figure. This figure will share the basic design with their upcoming GoBots-inspired Sonic. This week's spotlight is on the Mantech toy line from Remco, manufactured in 1984. The Mantech line were a set of about 7-inch tall figures, 3 heroic and 3 villain characters, which featured a peg and port system that allowed you to swap guns, limbs, and accessories between the figures. The line didn't last very long, but I had most of it when I was a kid. Fans of toys from that era may recognize the figures as being similar in design to the Centurions. But unlike the Centurions figures, these actually came apart into pieces and could be rearranged into numerous forms. Mantech figures even featured a short-run comic book, much like Transformers did. Sadly, it didn't catch on. It only lasted about a year. One of the neat things about the fiction behind the toys was that it featured a rock, scissors, paper-like system of powers and weaknesses among the characters, and a smart kid could take the figures and play in a manner similar to Battle Beasts or Bot Shots and figure out who would win in a fight between two characters.
Mantech Action Figures, the interchangeable system of robot warriors, weapons, and support equipment. Mantech, all with interchangeable parts. You can create your own robot warriors, limited only by your imagination. Aquatech, Solartech, and Lasertech battle with evil. Megatech, Terrortech, and Doomtech, the interchangeable robotic villains. Mantech, adventure beyond the human experience. Mantech robot warriors each sold separately, only from Remco.
This week's news brought to you from the pages of tformers.com and TFW 2005. News read by Matthew Ignash. Be sure to check out our YouTube page at Retro Robot Radio and leave a comment. And check out the third-party TF Crashers on Facebook.